Scream was what you call an unfunny spoof. See, Scream was like, it just said some things. We're doing the things that Scream thought about doing, but didn't do.
Why are you doing this, Bobby?
Why?
Why?
Did Scream have a plot?
No.
Did I Know You Did Last Summer make any sense? Don't think so.
I was the first A50 that Scream ever got. I love Scream to death. Not just because this is a Miramax movie and they told me to say that, but I truly did love Scream. Miramax, Dimension, they brothers.
Scream took a satirical look at horror flicks. This is a parody of the satire. So we directly parody those scenes.
Scream was cool. Then Scream 2 started to get a little annoying. And then I Know What You Did Last Summer made us go, you know what? It's time to parody you.
A spoof of a satire, that's what I like to say, because Scream was definitely a satire, and that made a big challenge for us, because I would say to the guys, they already told that joke. So you can't go where they went. We had to go somewhere else.
Parodies, it's the hardest. They're the hardest to write because there's so many different levels of jokes that you have to hit. Plus, you have to keep the story moving. You got to keep the story arcing.
So it made the writing process definitely more challenging.
We co-wrote, me, Sean, Phil Bowman, Buddy Johnson, and work with Keenan. Keenan oversaw the whole process, and we love working with him. He's been directing us our whole life.
So it's like doing a movie with your friends.
We really do have a lot of fun working with each other, and my mother makes us.
It was a really good idea, and I thought, okay, this is the one. You guys go write this. And they went off with a couple of their buddies, and they wrote it, brought it to me. I gave them notes on it, and we went back and forth about 10 drafts.
Like 20 drafts.
Yeah.
And even after the studio greenlit it, I said, okay, let's go back to it.
And then after you get all the references in terms of the horror film, you have to go to pop culture and find out what's funny about pop culture.
You do it in layers.
And then you go, who's the characters and what's funny about them. And then you pass it to Keenan, who tells you,
throw all that
it all
out.
sucks, redo everything.
Yeah, and then we all sat down and punched it up and added more stuff.
You work you harder than Kathy Lee at a sweatshop.
That you've seen so far.
Urban Legends.
The Blair Witch Project.
And I Know What You Did Last Summer.
It's just like put some young teens in a movie, let them show their tits and get killed. And then, that's your horror film for the 90s.
What's cool about this one is that it's the first spoof movie towards like the teen audience movies,
It's enjoyable to make fun of those movies because I think they're just silly to begin with. They're just so serious that everything becomes a joke.
Tell me your name and I'll tell you mine.
I don't think so.
What's that noise?
Oops. I farted. It's great to be able to make fun of yourself. And, I've worked on so many sets where it's so uptight. And, for instance, Baywatch, and you're taking it so serious. And there's so many times I wanted to trip and fall in the sand or make fun of it. And that's what's so great about it, because these movies are so popular, these, scary teen movies. And now we get to go in there and have fun with it.
You watch horror movies and they're always so dumb. You're always like, why did she go in? Why? Don't
go in there!
Y'all seen the movies. You should know better. No, don't go open the door. There's someone in the, you sitting there yelling at the theater. You know somebody's in there, and the jackass opened the door, and guess what?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Please don't. Please. I'm just a day player.
You didn't know that? This is kind of like taking all those stereotypes and going, look, I want y'all to see how stupid you look in this. And then, I want people to be able to laugh at it.
I'm in the house. Do you know where I am? I could be anywhere. I'm like the wind, baby. Yeah. Where am I?
You're behind the couch.
There's a lot of range, even though the characters are fairly one-dimensional, that you can take them to a lot of different places that normally you can't.
That's what's so cool about doing a spoof. It's, you can really make it your own. You don't have to do exactly what they did.
Gail Hailstorm standing out front of the police station where I'm going to try and get a glimpse of Cindy Campbell, the young girl who was attacked earlier this evening. You're on my foot, fat shit!
And of course, not being as tall and as thin as Courtney, That's another twist I put on it.
Cindy, your ass looks fat!
In order to be funny, you gotta push the envelope, because, you know, it's like nowadays, especially people, in terms of comedy, you know, they're accepting the broader stuff, the more cutting edge stuff. That's what comedy is nowadays. They might edit this part out.
If the audience is laughing,
they're laughing.
then you just keep pushing.
Yeah, once they stop laughing, then I think
you pull back a
went
little.
too far.
Your starting point is where the last guy left off. So we had to raise the bar. We definitely cut stuff out, but you know, you have to balance. And everything that's not in there is not that it wasn't funny, it just sort of threw it out of balance, you know? But on the DVD, everybody will get all the good.
You can jump right out of the screen and barely move me. We hard hitting, directing and starring in it. Niggas from the wall don't plead. 30 dozen niggas don't plead. Voice 5'9" don't plead. Rock City niggas don't plead. We making names for each other like the Wayans brothers. Rock City niggas always name each other. Niggas got crews, don't even claim each other.
Ooh, that was scary.